between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
I subscribe to the idea that places have memory. I think there's something real to that. I'm sure if you go to Diddy's house, it probably feels real weird. It probably feels weird walking around that house. Probably like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah.
I bet there's some memories in that house, you know?
Sounds rough, man.
50 Cent and Elon Musk just dropped a truth bomb that has the entire industry shaking. And here's the twist. Diddy isn't the boss. He's the distraction. For years, fans thought Diddy was the one pulling strings behind the scenes.
Why is everyone afraid to say anything about Diddy?
It's a part of the hip-hop culture. Like, they think that they are telling something, or just mind your business type of thing. Like, so if I wasn't saying the things that you've heard me say, there would be nothing except that. I'll take that, I'll wear that, I'm fine. But they'll say me deciding to go on ABC is petty. The morning show is the biggest show. It's a great opportunity to be on that actual platform. But they looked at it further and said it's airing in prison, so this would be why I would like to do that.
But what if he's just a pawn on a much bigger chessboard? Because this time, it's not just talk. Elon Musk sits on something 50 Cent doesn't. Data, receipts, and years of private DMs from the Twitter era, now known as X. The kind of information that could flip the entire celebrity power map overnight. Imagine a pyramid of influence. At the bottom, Jay-Z and Beyoncé, the golden couple of pop culture. In the middle, gatekeepers like Oprah Winfrey and Clive Davis, the silent architects of fame and fallout. But at the top, a name that's been hiding in plain sight, a figure whose reach stretches far beyond music or media, even into the pulpit. This isn't just about celebrities or scandals anymore. It's about control. Who has it, who hides it, and who's finally brave enough to name it. And what happens next could rewrite how we see fame, faith, and fear forever. When 50 Cent called the industry a monster, he wasn't exaggerating. He said it straight. This industry is a monster. It eats people alive. And the more you listen to him, and to comedians like Dave Chappelle, the more you realize they're not talking about metaphors.
I believe that they gave me a raw deal because this fucking industry is a monster. It's the same monster that these Me Too bitches was trying to tell you about. But they hate the monster for how it fucks. And I hate that monster for how it eats. But my God, man, it's the same monster.
Chappelle once compared leaving Hollywood to a slave trying to escape one plantation only to end up on another. Different master, same chains. Same control, different smiles. That's how this machine works. You think you're free because you're paid, but the power still belongs to someone else. And that's what makes this story terrifying. These aren't new monsters. They've just been wearing familiar masks. They show up on red carpets. They smile for interviews. They pose for family photos. But behind the curtains, insiders claim they've been feeding off fear, loyalty, and compromise for decades.
When I quit the show, all my friends would say, well, fuck them, Dave. Why don't you just do Chappelle's show at another network? Yeah. And why doesn't a slave run from one plantation to another plantation? Because the master over there might be nicer. Because my name and likeness is being used by them in perpetuity throughout the universe. It's in the contract.
For years, most celebrities played along. Silence for protection, compliance for survival, until one man decided he'd had enough. 50 Cent. Say what you want about him, but he doesn't whisper. He exposes. He's not afraid to lose friends because, as he says, silence makes the culture look complicit. And this time, he isn't just calling people out. He's naming names. When 50 announced The Reckoning, his Diddy-focused documentary, the internet didn't just react, it exploded. Because this wasn't some gossip expose. It was a full-blown declaration of war. He positioned the film as the moment truth would finally come to light, calling out what he saw as decades of silence, intimidation, and cover-ups. But the detail that made people's jaws drop wasn't about business deals or beefs. It was about surveillance. Insiders claim that Diddy allegedly had hundreds of hidden cameras in his homes and party venues, capturing what went on long after the cameras stopped rolling.
The one thing that always kind of sticks out of my mind, and I think you'll agree, I think Diddy planned those freak-offs with blackmail always in mind, with hidden cameras, that he knew he could, dangle that carrot in front of people and always own them. And I think we found out from the documentary, he wanted to own their life and, never to pay because he always had those tapes.
Some say it wasn't for entertainment. It was for leverage. Insurance footage. The kind that keeps people obedient without ever saying a word. Names like Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal have spoken publicly about it.
Well, I'm just saying, if they recovered over 250 cameras, whoa, he had recordings of everything and everywhere. I don't think it's no house that big that you need 250 cameras. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But as far as I got the same knowledge that everybody else have regarding that, the taping and the filming and everything like that. So it's not far-fetched at all if the federal government has seized that information.
Suggesting there's more to the Diddy myth than money and music. According to their accounts, people aren't scared of Diddy's power. They're scared of his proof. And here's where everything connects. Because as shocking as those stories sound, 50's timing wasn't random. It landed right when Elon Musk started hinting that his platform, X, held secrets no one wanted released. So the question became, what happens when one man controls the stories and another controls the receipts? That's the equation Elon Musk just changed forever. When Elon Musk bought Twitter and rebranded it as X, most people thought it was just about free speech or tech innovation. But according to insiders and Musk's own comments on the Joe Rogan Experience, the real story runs much deeper.
I subscribe to the idea that places have memory. It's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend. Well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Musk mentioned the platform's archives, private DMs, deleted accounts, metadata, and then made a chilling comparison. He said the system looked like an Epstein-style compromise model. Not that it was the same, but that it worked the same way. Once you have the dirt, you don't need to control people publicly.
Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
You control them silently, and that's when people connected the dots. 50 Cent exposing Hollywood from the inside. Elon Musk sitting on digital files from the outside. Both hinting that the industry's biggest names aren't just famous, they're bound. When Rogan pushed Musk on what he meant, Musk didn't laugh. He didn't deflect. He just said one word that sent chills through the audience. Yes. Yes, there are people in power who are terrified of exposure. Yes, there are networks of influence that protect each other. And yes, the same patterns show up everywhere, from music to media to politics. It wasn't gossip anymore. It was a pattern. And that's when the internet started mapping the pyramid. Who's on top? Who's hiding behind who? And if Diddy isn't the boss, who is? Online, the so-called pyramid map of influence always begins with one couple, Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're the glossy surface of power, wealth, perfection, global appeal. The picture-perfect face of an industry built on image control. To most of the world, they are the peak, the embodiment of success, legacy, and creative dominance. But in the theories circulating online, Jay-Z and Beyonce aren't at the top. They're the front cover of a much deeper story. The first layer of a system that protects power behind beauty, talent, and charisma. And that's where the controversy begins. R&B singer Jaguar Wright has repeatedly drawn uncomfortable connections, ones that most networks refuse to air. She's spoken, in her words, about unspoken deals and silenced voices. She's linked Jay-Z, the late Aaliyah, and Robert Kelly in a chain of events she describes as the blueprint of manipulation in music.
I think he was an acceptable monster at the time. Do I think he deserves it? Absolutely. He should get a fucking year for every year he was operating.
That's exactly how.
Now, none of these claims have ever been proven, and Jay-Z has never responded publicly, which makes his silence even louder. Because in this era of instant exposure, where even rumors can destroy a brand overnight, silence no longer reads as calm. It reads as strategy. Jay-Z's refusal to engage keeps him above the noise, but it also feeds the narrative that there's something worth hiding. Beyonce, on the other hand, represents the polished half of the empire. Clean, composed, untouchable.
Respect is everything. There's no success